Hi guys, just thought I'd do a quick video on this. I found a method that works for me for doing the hexadecimal calculations. I know they're a pain because you're dividing by 16, but I found a method, it works for me. It might not work for you guys, but you know, I thought I'd give it a run through it. I know it's not in the assessment, or Graham says it's not in the assessment, but I thought it'd be well worth putting up just in the off chance anyway. So I've altered the hexadecimal to decimal table here slightly, and the reason I've done that is so that we can put in the hexadecimal values here above these bits, and that way you can see which one is which, you can see what you're doing, it's a bit more clear. So we've got B, A, 1F, and then the next one is, so we're adding 12F4, so 12F4. Now, as you can see in the conversion chart, you come down for the hexadecimal value, we've got B here. Now, one mistake that I made, and perhaps others of you made, is when you're coming across looking for the decimal value, you automatically see this number here, and that's the octal value, so we don't want that. We need to make sure we're in line with the decimal values. So B equals 11, so I've been putting in 11 here. Go back, find A, so hex, A, decimal, 10. Fortunately, the hexadecimal and the decimal 0 to 9 are exactly the same, so that helps because then we can just put a 1 in here, and then we go back, look for F, there's F there, and come across, put in 15, and then we just use the same method for down here. Fortunately, it's a bit easier because we've already got F up there, so that's 15, and as I said, 0 to 9 in hexadecimal is the same in decimal, it's 0 to 9, so it's just 1, 2 and 4. So what we are then doing is we are timesing these numbers here, these values, by the decimal value. So it'll be 11 times 4096, 10 times 256, 1 times 16, and 15 times 0. So without doing a calc, Hi guys, sorry about that, I just had to go and deal with one of my kids. As I was saying, here you want to times these numbers here by the decimal equivalents of the hexadecimal. So 11 times 4096, easiest way to do it, times it by 10, add another 4096 onto it, so it's 45,056. The next one, obviously 2560. 1 times 16 is 16, 15 zeros. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's 15. You know, 15 times 0 to me is 0, but obviously F is 15, so you've still got to put in the 15. You would then add all these numbers up, and what we'll do is we'll just see if we can insert, there we go, one below, so we can add all these numbers up, which comes to 47,647. Okay, same again down here, and I'll just add a row in There we go. So 4096, 512, 240 and 4, giving us 4852. What we then do is we add these two numbers together, so just bring it down here, so 47,647 plus the 4,852, and that gives us 52,499. Now, I know it's difficult to visualise you dividing this by 16. It's not actually too bad. If you do wrong one, 16 divide, and you get 52499. What I'm going to do is just move this down a row. Okay, so the best way to do it is break it down into its individual numbers. Okay, so we know 16 doesn't go into 5, so put a 0 above that and bring the 5 over to 52, or to the 2, sorry, making that 52. So 16 into 52 goes 3. So it's, 16, 32, 48. And that leaves you with a remainder of 4. So you'd put a remainder in here, so it's 4, and that makes it 44. So 16 into 44 goes 2, 1632, and it gives you a remainder of 12. So 12 would be, with the 9, is 129. 16 goes into 129 8 times, with the remainder of 1. So that would give you 1 with the 9, which is 19. So that means 16 into 19 goes once, with a remainder of 3. And then what you do is you do it the exact same process for the 3,281. So 16 into 3 we know doesn't work, so put a 0, so it's 3, 32, 16 into 32, we know that's 2 with no remainder, so that's fine. So 16 into 8, we know that doesn't work, so we put a 0 and put the 8 with 1, giving it 81. 16 into 81 goes 5 times, with the remainder of 1. Again, same process with the 205. 16, 205. So again, we know 16 doesn't go into 2, so that's 0. 16 into 20 goes 1 with 4 remainder. So we put the 4 with the 5 in 45. So 16 into 45 is 2 with the remainder of 13. We then continue this line of logic. So we've got 16 divide 12. Now we know that 16 doesn't divide into 12, so that just gives us a straight remainder of 12. Now, so we have 12, 13, 1 and 3. What we then do is, starting from the bottom here, is we take 12 in decimal, so we get 12 look over here, that gives us C. So that's C. Working our way up, we've got 13, go back over to the table, 13 and hex is not the one I'm after, it's 13 in decimal. See how easy it is to make a mistake. So that gives us the D. Working our way back up again, and as I said, between 0 and 9, hexadecimal and decimal are the same. So that's 1, and that will give us 3, which gives us the hex value of CD13. I hope that makes sense. If there's any questions, guys, just give me a shout. I hope that I've got the whole process in there, my line of thinking, and I really hope this helps out. Cheers, guys.